I was having a thought. I had just saw 3 crows in a tree. As we're in this new moon energy right now. I was born on a new moon, so this is like, whew, pushes me. And it's partial solar eclipse, so like I'm feeling the energy. And it was occurring to me, my last husband, I was healing a lot of my wounding with our relationship, but at the same time having the higher perspective, eagle vision, hawk vision, seeing the higher perspective of this whole relationship. I was realizing that I'm grateful for the experience, that I can't be mad at him because I'm realizing and seeing clearly he has been himself. He has his own wounding, he's healing. But when we met, I was wounded too. We were both wounded people, and honestly, the way our astrology charts are set up, we mirror each other immaculately. We shine on each other's wounds and help each other heal. But I'm grateful for our relationship because through the challenges, through the disappointments, inevitably it really pushed me to be totally me, to remember who I am from the wounding from my parents, even though there were similar cycles that had continued in a different way. I can look in hindsight with the higher vision that like, wow, because he disappointed me here, it really helped me muster up the boldness for me to do this myself. Now, I was hyper independent in a lot of ways, but he really helped me heal, and I'm so grateful. I'm grateful that I'm also able to have this higher perspective to see the magic that happened in our relationship dynamic, even though we're not together anymore. And all of which I was sad and disappointed with. All those things that he didn't do that I wanted him to do. I mean, yeah, some of it, it just didn't work. But because of all the things that didn't work, helped me fall back into all of my pieces. All of my pieces were able to fall back into each other. So he helped me. The higher perspective is a lot of these, they say karmic relationships. I'm not really sure what they're called. I mean, I really don't like labels, but we're in this 3D world that uses labels to identify. So I'm using it for that sake. But I had a lot of insecurities, and I had a lot of fears I faced in this relationship with him. A lot of my fears were within him that he showed and reflected back to me, and vice versa. We triggered each other in so many ways. But I'm so grateful because I needed that. I needed that to fall back into my wholeness. So I'm sharing this brief part, even though kind of vague. I don't need to go into the details of what happened because it's irrelevant. What needed to happen happened. And now I'm just like, wow, I'm like this amazing person, and I had to go through a horrible relationship full of disappointments and heartache to find myself. And I'm grateful for that. And I told him too, I'm like, thank you for being who you needed to be. I see him clearly. And I'm seeing myself clearly. And it helps me let go of the pain. It helps me forgive. He was just doing his part. He played his role, and I played mine. And so I'm sharing this for us to look at relationships, these dynamics from another perspective. To look at them and see the magic in that, like these things within people that we don't like are really helping us see our parts of ourselves. Not everything, but you're gonna know what part if you really look into it, doing that shadow work That's another thing. It's like, what do we call it? I don't know. We both have light and dark sides to us. All of it is us. It's just finding that balance with it. So look at the bigger perspective of these failed relationships and see what they really were showing you, showing us, to heal within ourselves so that we can become more whole and realize the wholeness that is already there. And yeah, I just wanted to share that part. Maybe I'll go a bit into it another time, but look at the bigger perspective of these relationships that hurt us, even with our parents. Like, I did a lot of healing with my parents. Whew, lot. They abandoned me. They abandoned me throughout my whole, a lot of times, even though they were physically there. And that's the thing. Abandonment wounds can also be with people being physically there, but not really there, not really being available. So I did a lot of abandonment wounds where now I'm like, I'm just so much more confident in who I am and who I'm becoming, and remembering my goddessness. So I just wanted to share that. I hope this helps and reach who it needs to reach. And I love you. Remember, you are love, you are lovable, and you are love.